Good morning. It's my favorite morning, y'all. What's today? Right next to Friday. It's Tuesday. My favorite day. Everybody give it up to conspiracy theorists all around the world. We've been absolutely right about everything, just like Donald Trump. Word. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Good morning. Really, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank God for this great, blessed morning already. Georgia. Let's pray for Georgia. Kim is at the SEB thing in the Capitol today. That's why she's not doing the thing. So we're going to pray for Georgia. Why did I freeze? Am I frozen? Oh, got nervous. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We're going to keep Georgia on our minds today. Keep Georgia in our prayers today because they could overturn them electoral votes today. Could be the day. I'm just saying, Mel Fisher woke up every day and he said it. Today is the day. So just keep that positivity. And today might be the day. Okay? Oh, thanks, Kimmy Cakes. What's going on? Good morning, Coffee Talk. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Can you hear me okay? Hit that like button. Go ahead, do it. Do listen to Kimmy. She's the girl. She knows. Everything is very good over here. What do we got going on? We got a lot going on today. I just want to say, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I want to be the first one to tell you today when you woke up that someone loves you. If it's not just me, God loves you. So enjoy your birthday. Do something nice for yourself. You know what I mean? Maybe you make a nice French press instead of the percolated stuff. Or the Dunkin' and the, we definitely ain't doing the Starbucks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real. We got lots of news to talk about. One of our lovely friends, which I do love dearly, actually texted me a rumble, which we knew this again. We knew they were trying to kill us for a long time. So back to what she sent me. Wait a minute. What's going on in Georgia? Okay, I'll show you. State election board meeting. Because they know without a doubt that they ran ballots multiple times, fraudulent ballots at that. Good morning, Skeeker. I was just getting to your rumble gumble. But good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, Betty. Betty Boop's in the house, y'all. Betty Boop, how's the audio? Can you hear the music? She's the one that knows. I don't know. I wanted to put it like low in the background. I hope it works. Good. Oh man, let me kick it up a little bit. Oh, I lowered it. Duh. Wrong button. Better? Yes, Missy. So that is a great, good news thing. I'm looking at green screen paint. It's 3 times the price of regular paint. So maybe I could do a gift and go. That's just going to take a little bit of time to get that paint for the splurge that I want to do with it. But I have a whole idea, a backdrop that I'm going to change the studio per se. Everything, new furniture, it just takes time and money, you know what I mean? So hopefully when the economy crashes, people will be selling furniture mad cheap and Des will be able to hook it up. You know what I mean? I don't know, but you got to just wait and see. A little bit more up. All right. I could maybe move it too. How's that? Well, I want to be able to touch the buttons. Hold on. Is that better? Let's see. Good morning, Cindy. That's right. I'm the fill-in for Kim today. So we're going to go over the Gateway Pundit. We're going to discuss because the state board, and then we're going to check that out. Georgia SEB meeting is where Miss Kim is at today. because, you know, we all know about July 12th. No, hold on. August 6th. Oh boy. You know what the first thing the AI bot told me? Illegal meeting on July 12th, 2022. What? 3 Republican board members. And this isn't Google. Then we got virtual meeting February 13th, 2024. I don't see anything about August 8th, but we know she's there. So we know Miss Kim is there because they're going over the fraudulent ballots. Let me see what she said. And oh, it was a Twitter post. A gentleman on Twitter posted. Let's see. Let's see. How you doing? How's everybody doing? A little better. Good. Yeah, I don't want to overpower. You know what I mean? Because you gotta hear me. Let me stop. But yo, you just got rain and it's coming my way and it's gonna hang out. It's just hanging out the whole East Coast. I looked at the thing, the weather map. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, so we're gonna do a live today. And then Kim said what she said. Says like, yeah, definitely, we got it going on. I heard about this. I wanted to discuss that too. I opened up the gateways, but I did see it on my Twitter feeds early this morning when I woke. But let's see, Miss Kim right here. We're coming, Georgia. This is the status she wrote, that she shared from Twitter. I'm going to share it to you. Present the screen. And we go like, Alec, no, we don't want to do it. But you know what I mean. It's presented. So let me zoom in a little bit so we can read this better for you. Is that better? Right? You can read that better now. Now you got here. See, these people in here I get nervous with. This one, can't stand, know all about, done. You know what I'm saying? Like this one, oof. You know, wait till we find out. That's what I say. That's all I got to say. And we got this one. You know, everyone's tagged on it. So you can't say it's like leaning, you know, right? Okay. There was 100% verifiable intentional election fraud in the 2020 in Fulton County, Georgia, right? But they're trying to sweep it under the rug, and we've got the facts. They need the support, and that's where Kim is going today. SEB tomorrow, case this number, 2023-25, right, is on agenda. Facts. These are the facts. 380,000 ballot images were destroyed, and the Fulton County admitted to it. That's insane. Like right there. They're supposed to hold those. But anyway, SCB 2021-181 established that 6,695 false ballots were voted and added to hand count totals. And then SCB 2023-25 establishes the fact that thousands of ballots were scanned for the second time in batches, creating user ballots that had already been scanned days before. And there's much, much more. And thank you. I love it. There's a 7-minute video right here. I could play it. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll play it. If not, you could just go to Twitter and find it. You'll let me know. Music isn't good for Betty. All right. Well, Kimmy, you would like the music? I turned it down completely now, so you won't be hearing it, because when I'm talking like that and they got commercials, ain't no need. You know what I mean? I'll turn it up after the commercials finish. Look at that crook. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Absolutely. But they're getting away with it so far. They're trying to sweep it under the rug. Here they are. They're talking about it. Let me play. I'll just play the video. We got time. It's early in.
We have now counted legally cast ballots 3 times, and the results remain unchanged.
The Georgia election was certainly free of any
Hold on, let me redo that.
Consequential fraud.
The audio is muted.
We counted the vote.
Now I think you can hear it. Now I think you can hear it. I think I had the audio muted. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, ready?
We have now counted legally cast ballots 3 times, and the results remain unchanged.
The Georgia election was certainly free of any consequential fraud. We counted the votes not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And I can guarantee you that the results will be of this one will be just like the results were for count 1, count 2, and count 3. No change. Our elections were open, fair, and transparent.
At the end of the day, we counted that race, we recounted it, and then we scanned it the third time. Those ballots have been counted 3 times.
We've had 3 counts already.
Over and over again, we counted the ballots 3 times. He lost this state.
The facts tell the story that a county's negligent conduct of an election and reveals the reality of how difficult it is to have one's grievances addressed in a timely manner, if at all. First, the problem with Election Day. Ballot images were required to be made and preserved as of February 2020. Would the failure to retain 380,000 ballot images from the November 3rd election be indicative of gross negligence? 10 scanners from advanced voting have failed to provide required documentation necessary to confirm that they were used in the elections, were safely secured from tampering, or that the votes attributed to the 10 scanners were authentic. If this is the way to conduct an election, then no election should be certified as true and accurate.
I'm an expert on the hand audit. I've been vetted and found factual by Governor Kemp's team. The duplicates are over 6,000. Yes, the hand audit got to 527, but how they got to 527 was over 6,000 duplicated, and the net difference being 4081 for candidate Biden. When they did their investigation, tell me the totality of the errors. You can go back and look at the transcript. Investigator Sigorin said, and you can almost quote me, we did not go into that for this investigation.
The recount with 17,852 ballot images and more than 16,000 electronically added votes should have those votes expunged, or the paper ballots should be investigated by an independent investigator. Someone should be held accountable for the Dominion claims its machines do not allow double scanning of thousands of votes. The question remains, how did that happen? Double scanning and double counting of votes is fraud. It may be unintentional or just negligence, but nevertheless, it's vote fraud. And there's no way that this election or recount should have been certified.
I'm admittedly not a technical expert. I am legal counsel to the Secretary of State's office. In 2020, this was brand new equipment that counties were getting used to using. They weren't necessarily always doing things correctly. Some of the ballot images were not necessarily preserved, that there were some errors in the scanning process or mishaps during the scanning process.
Do we need to go to the clerk of the court and examine the electronic file and the physical paper ballots?
No, this has been an exhaustive investigation. We have spent hundreds of man hours on it. We would agree that the evidence suggests that there were batches of ballots that were double scanned. We cannot conclusively state that they were included in the tabulated results.
They were scanned but not counted?
We cannot conclusively state that they were included in the tabulated results.
And how did you conclude that?
Again, we didn't conclude anything.
I asked for a technician to be here to answer some of these questions.
When the hand recount, they had physical ballots they were counting.
Correct.
Did anybody find any evidence of duplicate counting during that hand recount?
Not the same thing that we're seeing here. That we did have a prior case that the board took up that involved some issues with the RLA, but the board already addressed that in a prior case.
But the hand recount had substantially similar results to the original election and the machine count.
Correct.
Shit!
They told you things that are simply not accurate. The problems are much more serious, profound, and widespread than they would have you believe. You cannot rely on the investigative reports given to you by the Secretary of State's office. They are sweeping things under the rug.
Not every. That's not me. That's definitely not me. So they changed. Look, they changed. Some of the shit still in charge of the vote count. All right, the same old. I know it's not me. I don't know what happened. I hit, but let me hit play. I didn't do it. It's loud. There it goes. Bad editing. Go see Betty. Go see.
I don't know if you've heard, but the Georgia State Election Board is in a very positive way. They're on fire. They're doing a great job. 3 members, Janice Johnson, Rick Jeffries, and Janelle King. 3 people are all pit bulls fighting for honesty, transparency, and victory. They're fighting. My courage was contagious. Well, your courage is contagious, too. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. I mean, that was a good video. Oh, and did you see the new Trump ad? The new Trump ad is fire too. Yes, it is. Insane in the membrane. So, yeah, that's where Miss Kim is. She's fighting for Georgia, trying to get the truth out. Exactly. There she is. Speaking of me. That's how it works. That's how we do it over here. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I did the nice French press today. Oh, Lord. I said, you know what? We're going to do it right. So back to that. That's what Ms. Kim's doing. Then we got, what do we got? Oh, the VP pick. It's basically one of the two. You got the young white dude or you got the old white dude. You know, we got to see how it goes. Who bets on the young white dude and who bets on the old white? All right. 1 for young, 2 for old. Walt is the old guy, if you're not familiar. For Kamala's VP pick, right? Waltz, right? And the young guy, we know, Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro. I did see a meme. It said the office announced the wrong Shapiro, and it was Ben Shapiro. I thought that was funny. I was like, yo, that's going. That's it. I don't know who did it, but I just seen it in a scroll. I hope he stop now. But all this hoeing Kamala did, I'm beginning to think maybe Kamala was a dude. I mean, a girl. I mean, I don't know. See, they've been lying to us so much. Young dude, eat your lunch. Oh, all right. Let's see. Young dude, Shapiro. Yeah, I was leaning towards Shapiro. I said it from the beginning, but then I was like, the old guy, maybe the old white guy. That's establishment. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, you said he. Don't lie. So you're saying you meant she? Okay. What's this? Cindy said the astronaut, his wife got shot in politics. That one. Oh, Arizona, Mark Kelly. Yeah. Something Gifford something. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about him. I don't think it's gonna be him. I just really don't think it's gonna be him at all. But that would be because they really talk about him the least. So maybe you're onto something, Cindy. It is Tin Hat Tuesday, where the news is conspiracies, and all the conspiracies are in the news. For real. How do you like mem apples? Yeah. I did send out the links to like Kimmy, Tania, whoever, Hooper. I knew Kim was busy, so I didn't bother her with the link of the dink dink. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I came across, remember the other night I was telling you about green lights is everywhere, green lights is everywhere, green lights is everywhere. I'm seeing green lights in the comms. My girl Evie, our girl Evie, she was saying it. I say my girl because she agrees with me on the Flynn thing. It's the only reason. All right, relax. But anyway, I'm cracking myself up today. My point was, I lost my point. Don't let me lose my point. What was I talking about? Help me out. Then again, they might know. You never know. That's what I'm saying. Until it's done, we don't know. But no, don't get me sidetracked. I want to finish my thought. Y'all frustrate me sometimes. Green lights. Thank you, Kim. I've been seeing the green lights everywhere. And Evie's seen it too. And we were like, okay, with this military psyop. Dog comms. We were seeing this, that, and the third. Even Rittenhouse put out dog comms. And I was like, yo, this kid again. And then I was like Dr. Keek said, why is everyone talking about this kid? Why is he in the news again? I'm like, yo, get out of my head, because it's exactly what I was thinking. But my point is, now I'm seeing Killbox in this post, Killbox in that post, people explaining Killbox. So I'm just saying. Everybody know here what a Killbox is? It's a military term. Killbox. They use it like when they want to, cordon off. Like, they say like divide and conquer or whatever. They want to section off in an attack, so they know how to get it from all sides. Trump was in it. Trump was in what? The Killbox? No. I'm talking about, you're going to bug out with this one, Kim. Now look at it like this. I just made it all small, right? Like super, like the size of a baseball. Imagine, this is a video I just watched, if the world, the globe, was their Killbox. That's a thought. And I have questions because Trump and Biden, hey, hola, what's going on? I know, I'm sorry. My schedule is crazy. And with the rain this week, Mother Nature says, let the girl do a podcast. And then Kim says, I'm going to SCB. I'll be out early. So, Des, you got covered. I said, yeah, don't worry. But I'm so happy you made it here, too. Thank you. Good morning. Hope you're well. I just got to say, it's a lot of shit going on. We got rockets went off in Iraq, and I was telling Amelia. I was like, Amelia, you know enough, nothing? Because you're born again, whatever. Like, I always knew whatever, but, now I see clearly things, right? So, whatever. So I'm talking to Amelia anyway. And I'm like, in the Bible, it says when Israel's surrounded on all sides, you better look up, start praying, get right. And she looked at me and I'm like, look at the map. But seriously, and then I seen another video. I want to share this video. This was on Twitter. This was a good video. Hold on, let me find it. I think I shared it on my profiles. I'm pretty sure I shared it. Let me just find it real quick. Oh my goodness. I want to make you laugh real quick though. This is a cuteness. I get sidetracked, but I was scrolling and I seen it, so I got to share it. All right, listen. This baby, right here. Oh, hold on a second. Major Betty, hold on. You didn't tell me my pod track went off sync. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just reset it, and then we'll do the audio thing. I hate when this happens. Yeah, turn it on. So annoying. I think if I mounted it to the wall, I would be less prone to throw it when it doesn't work properly. I did pick up that habit from my mother. But I don't have a habit. I don't actually do it, actually. Mocha Rose go flying. Kimmy Hicks is in the studio. Let me check my audio settings, because now I'm a little annoyed that it ain't working. Why isn't it working, Kimmy? Which one did you get? I like the buttons on yours. Hold on. We're going to bring Kimmy Cakes up while she can talk before her boss gets there. Because that's how we do over here. Right? That's how we do. I don't know why it isn't even reading it. Is it not plugged in? Is that the problem? Is the pod track not even plugged in? Desmond, what'd you do today? There it is. I had it in the wrong port, y'all. Sorry. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Now, how does the audio sound? Let's bring Kimmy up stage. Kimmy? Can you hear me, girl?
Hi, I hear you.
You see this baby right here? Look at this baby. This is the cutest thing in the world, man. I'm telling you, no lie. This baby looks how I feel sometimes. You ready?
Confused?
Yeah, I'm serious. Look, watch. He's like, what the? Get me out of here. I'm just not ready for this.
Call me back.
Yeah, he's the cutest little thing I've seen all day, I think. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, that I couldn't deal with that enough. Oh, couldn't help but share it. I know. Too cute, right? I'm telling you, my most favorite thing in the world is babies laughing, babies smiling, devil don't like joy, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, baby laughs are so really contagious.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Yeah, I know the pod track, bro. I'm telling you. I don't even travel with it. So when I unplugged it, I plugged it back into the wrong port. That's why it wasn't picking up. But anyway, back to what I wanted to show you on X. This other video right here, my girl right here, this one. Oh, Lord, she is so right. Absolute truth. This woman hits the nail on the head. Kamala, #Kamala Crash. Are you guys ready for this?
Missed what's obvious. If Kamala Harris wins the 2024 presidency, then the economic depression that was meant for Donald Trump will fall to her administration. And so this is a message for you educated liberals and progressives who somehow missed what's obvious about the economy. We can't afford to be progressive anymore. Like, we printed money, right? We opened borders, flooded the census, which indirectly impacted the cost of living to rise. That's why you can't afford anything. We could not afford to fund Ukraine for your democracy. We could not afford to fund Iran either, but we are. We're spurring World War III. We can't afford to do that, but we are. So here's my point. If you want to focus and fixate on Kamala Harris's genitals and her brown skin, I hope you understand political strategy is making a fool out of you. You see, it's Donald Trump that's supposed to take all the blame for the incoming economic depression. Now that you want to support Kamala Harris at the rate that you're supporting her, that guarantees that she's going to inherit it. And that guarantees that you're going to be going through a depression as an economy together while under her administration, and she just showed you that she's incompetent. She showed you, look at her resume on the border. She showed you that her Marxist subscriptions make her incompetent. They disqualify her from being the leader of the country. That you have to ask yourself, whose administration do you want to be under as you're going through a depression? Because strategically, the establishment has made a fool out of us. And we're also dealing with liberals and progressives who absolutely 100% show that they sacrifice everything for their ideology. You know, good for them, I guess. But at the end of the day, we have no business sharing a union from this moment forward. If you actually let Kamala Harris ascend to the White House and make a move to secede from the union, you have to make that your fight. You can actually make her presidency moot in your state. You can cut off the policies that travel from the White House to a state near you. You'd be safer going through a depression without Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is going to be focused on taking your guns. She's going to be focused on all the stuff that women generally are, all the feelings stuff. Meanwhile, you're going to see an age where you have to protect your resources and your food and your families and yourselves. Do you want Kamala Harris to be the chief and commander? If you do, listen up. And this is not to be vulgar, but I hope her genitalia and her melanin and her strong black queen energy gets you through the economic depression that was meant to fall on Donald Trump's lap.
Ain't no black queen.
Congrats, you got played.
That's what she's saying. She's that strong queen prowess. She's like, yeah, you think that's gonna pull you through because you got played. Get it?
She
I
ain't
love
no.
when she threw that line in there.
Mm-mm.
Yo, everybody share that shit out.
She ain't no black queen.
Exactly. She's showing she ain't. That's what she said. You think that's gonna what it is? It's gonna say it ain't even there. It's vacant. I can't even tell you. It's
Did you see
hysterical.
the reel that I shared through Telegram about the vet gets only $23 a month for food stamps, yet a migrant gets 13,000.
Yo, did you see that receipt that went viral? My coworker showed it to me. He was
Yeah,
like,
and this veteran's daughter was going and saying, "How much do you get, Dad? How much do you get as a veteran who supported this country, fought for this country, and this person gets 13,000 and they ain't even part of our country, an illegal immigrant." And he's just looking at the TV like, and you want to cry.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also another video I have, but I want to hit the national calendar because we just sipped right past 7:00.
It's 4
always
o'clock
when it's
for
a
me,
good day.
but
Listen, I don't even know if I'm working tonight because it'll rain. So if we want to do a binge, I'm not saying I'm not open to it, but I got to just check with the after and make sure. Oh, I got to do some stuff for Franny. You know me and my community service. Franny needs some shelves hung and a picture.
who's
So,
Franny?
right. I know. Franny is Amelia's sister.
Hi, Amelia's sister.
Yeah, she don't do the internet. I have to tell her everything. I don't have to, but I do. I keep her informed. I kept her unvaccinated and untested.
Oh, did you know that they're trying to make Washington, D.C. a state for the elections?
Yeah, listen, Kamala is so on board with that. She wants the extra senators in the get out of here. She
They
can
can't do that. It's a sovereign nation. It's not sovereign land.
Well, she's gonna try. Let her try. Let her try. It's fun to see people learn how to swim. Isn't it? You're like, yo, are they gonna make it? You start playing some bets. Let me stop.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I hope you woke up and brushed your teeth today because I know I did. Because it's National Fresh Breath Day.
I did.
That would be kind of like if you didn't after your coffee, please do. Because you know that coffee kicks it in again. Sometimes I do again. You know, it's like nasty. But anyway, it's also National, you ready? Wiggle Your Toes Day.
What if you can't wiggle your toe?
Well, if you're missing one, I'm sorry for you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you're missing a tell. But if today is your birthday, I could tell you happy birthday. That's about it. National Root Beer Day. Everybody loves a good root beer.
Oh, yeah.
And listen to this one. Here's one. Here's the leftist you gotta love. I tell you, they always throw something in there that irritates the ever-loving out of me. National Social Engineering Day and a National
What's
Night Out
that?
Day. I don't know what this is. Oh, we're gonna check these two out because we don't know what they are.
Oh, yeah. Today is National Night Out. What is that?
We're gonna check that one next, Kimmy. You think I ever heard of these things? No. Root beer?
I
Yeah.
think, dude, yeah.
Wiggle toes? Yeah.
So bring your root beer. Bring your root beer to your National Day Out because apparently everybody's going out.
Yo, this
I
is
didn't get the memo.
cybersecurity BS. This is about, sharing personal information online, learning to recognize sophisticated social engineering attempts like catfishing and stuff from cyber criminals. So, okay, not such a bad thing. All right. You brought me around a little. But anyway. It's National Night Out Day. First Tuesday in August promotes police community partnerships.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess the libtards are gonna be saying ACAB
Yeah,
tonight.
I guess. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They're going to be behind their keyboards like the little warriors that they are. Let me stop.
Oh, cops are bad.
Yeah, so National Night Out Day, just, community awareness with your police. You get into, like the neighborhood watch meeting type things. Yeah, we're good with that. You know what we neighborhood watch? Our front porch. Because beyond that is none of my business. Seriously. Where my rights end, where your feelings begin. You know that
Yeah.
line? Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Mine is like, if you got an issue, grab a tissue and put your
No,
big
you're
girl pants
hysterical.
on.
You're hysterical. Now that I got the audio working, it'll probably play through my phone the national anthem so we could hear that. Which one do we want to hear today? Let's start putting in suggestions. I like the John Wayne one. I always say that. I like the John Wayne. But I always end up doing January 6th. January 6th is the one we really stick to, on the crew.
I like that one.
What is that? Let me catch up on the camera. Y'all, yeah.
I feel like we should always play that one until the day they come home.
Oh, hell. No, it isn't. Candy, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. Don't say. Alexa, play It's Your Birthday by the Beatles.
Birthday, remastered 2009, and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Everybody go buy a house in Texas. My girl Candy wants that commission. Happy birthday, Candy. Oh, you feeling young? I hope you're feeling young. I wish it was my birthday too. Shit.
Nah, I got 5 more months.
Okay, cool. We can't cut her birthday song short.
I have so much work.
We're going to have a birthday party. That's right. Birthday. That's what I'm talking about. Celebrate that day, girl, because we love you. I love you. God loves you. And it's your birthday. And he named you. And he made you beautiful. And you're going to go out there and say, yeah, it's my birthday.
Get yourself a root beer.
Get yourself a root beer. Happy birthday. Sing it like I was there. I can't even. Much love to you, Candy girl. Oh, 53 and fabulous. Absolutely.
No way. You
I know.
don't
I
look
would have never.
53.
I would have never guessed. You look great. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You're welcome. Hey, listen, some traditions we'll always do here, even when Miss Kim is not here. The Pledge of Allegiance at 7:15, and if it's your birthday, the Beatles' birthday song. Period, hands down. I'm just saying, right? I mean, we might change up a couple of things here and there, like, which national anthem and pledge and whatnot we hear, but yeah. Root beer with a shot of something. I can't even. Enjoy your day, girl. Much love. Much love. I hope you felt it because we definitely sent it to you.
Get yourself some vanilla vodka, man.
Yeah. Treat yourself to a pew pew. Why not? Most girls like to buy themselves jewelry, believe it or not. But then there are other girls, like
Actually,
the girls in this
yeah.
group, that would prefer our hardware a little more of the metal than the shiny, the shiny metal rather than the shiny, like fake, God knows, children glass. Let me stop. Okay. Moving on, take a turn. Kimmy, you got 5 minutes. What do you want to talk about, love?
I turned in my child support papers for him to get served this week. So we get to find out if he actually lives at his parents' house. Because when I drove by, his cars were not there.
Ooh, homeboy paying rent somewhere.
I think he's at our old house that we used to rent from them.
Oh, before you bought the house.
I think. Because that's the only place that has enough room for all his cars.
Well, listen, here, Carlos Oscar. We're on to you.
Where are you, Oscar? Are you in the trash can?
Call him Carlos Oscar because that's my bio. Same dude. Let me stop.
Dude, I had to describe him.
Sure.
There's like a paper you have to fill out. I had to pay $50 for them to serve him. And then they do it only 3 times. So what happens after the third? Do I get my $50 back?
Huh.
Because you guys couldn't get him?
Weird.
I'm just like, hand him to his stupid parents. They're gonna have to go give it to him anyways. Yes, I said stupid parents.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get it. Hopefully, within due time, you should get it with no problem.
Oh
Now,
yeah. If he doesn't show, then I automatically get how much I want. So if he doesn't show, then I get $1,500 a month because that's how much I put down.
Wow. Wow. Well, all right, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. You got time for that still?
Of course, but I don't have a flag in here.
Well, we have it
I'll
on my
just use
screen.
the
That's why I
screen.
keep the background screen. Dude, listen to me. I ordered a flag. Are you right? Are you right? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to surprise you. I'm trying to get the paint. The paint is like 3 times the paint of a regular paint gallon. I want to paint the wall green, so I don't have to worry about the green screen. You know what I mean? So anyway, you paint the wall green, and then I got this flag, and it's my Don't Tread, right? The whole, not mine, but the Gladstone flag, right? And it says the Don't Tread on MAGA.
What?
Word! I can't wait. So, just bear with me.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
I know. So we're dealing with this right now, but it is what it is. So let me see. What are we doing? The name of that song is Justice for All, right?
Yeah.
And not Injustice for All. Let me go to my music. See, it never tells you to Donald. That's how bad censorship is towards Donald John Trump. You know that? Because it's in my music. I own the song. And when I search it, it still brought me to I don't even know what site.
Something else. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so here we go. It's our time. We're going to give honor, glory to our pledge and national anthem
Oh,
with our January 6th political prisoners of war. Now, let's see if I screwed this up or not. I don't know if you guys all hear it playing. Let me turn it up. You should hear it. I'm hoping. Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fight for our country, for our republic, because we all want to keep it. For real. Ooh, I just got chills. I love that song sometimes. Isn't that the greatest? Oh, so good. So I did send it to Tanya, but Eric's home. And she probably sleeping in, and I don't blame her. Next couple of days. Now she might be busy too, but I don't know. I know it makes you cry every time. It gets me. Sometimes it gets me that way, and other times it just fires me up. But yeah, I agree with you. I know I can't listen to me. I got plans, but I got issues, and I got a whole lot of honesty that keeps me telling you this. So it's all good. But just wait till Trump's in November. A lot of them will. I mean, there will be some that when you do physical violence to public or personal property, hey, it is what it is. You break the law, you pay for said law, or you pay for said crime, right? With time or fine. It's just the way we set up our country, on laws and orders. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. Ski. I'm telling Tanya. She said, "Shit, they ain't sleeping."
Oh, dang.
You like my cup? I know. I like it too. I got it at the Trump store. Let's go, Brendan. Tom's River, New Jersey. Not too far from me. It's worth the ride. Worth the ride. I want to listen, they got the Hawk Tua shirt. I want to get that for my sister.
That thing is so stupid.
It's so gross, but my sister will wear that.
Okay, TMI, but who would want a loogie on their junk?
You almost made me spit my coffee out, girl.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Like, good.
This
Don't
conversation
remember that.
adjourned. I seen a prank. I seen a prank on Twitter's. Did you guys see this? Speaking of, oh, I'm gonna make you laugh. Let's have a little fun today. Come on. The news is so depressing. We got troops being attacked and dying. We got people dying from the hurricanes or tropical storms now. We don't know what's at play here, but we're just gonna laugh a little bit. So we got this little thing. I seen it.
Can you send the rain to Cali though?
No, I can't send any rain anywhere, but I can tell you that this I came across and it was pretty funny. I think it was this dude. He said, not funny ladies, but hold on, let me see. Oh, that was gross. What the flip is that? I can't even. I'm looking for this post I seen. I didn't share. I shared it on a text. Hold on. I'm going to share it back to myself and I'm going to get it. Because some things are a little something. You know what I mean? And you kind of want to laugh at them, but then you're like, is it a little too much? So you don't want to share it publicly. But now I'm going to show everybody in the world because this is how I roll. You know what I mean?
I don't care because I'm not prude, so you can share whatever you want.
Okay, cool. I'm glad because here it is.
It's your channel.
Well, I found his page. I know. I found his page. So you're going to crack up. I think most of my friends in here will crack up, I think, and enjoy this. It's not going to be seemingly too bad. I think it's kind of hysterical. And some of you might even do the takeaway and try it at home. But I'm not suggesting this because some husbands have been known to like smack wives.
Oh,
are you ready? You ready for this?
not the great sweatpants.
Oh my God. It's only a minute long, but it's worth every laugh. Yeah. Bro, why are you sitting on this bed? Bro. Oh, what did you do? Why are you sleeping on that? Come here. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Okay.
No, you can't like torture your husband enough with that. No. Kimmy, are you all right? You understand? I know I said it's worth every laugh. Who the? I mean, all I gotta say, whew, women, really, seriously. Ay. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good clip.
Yeah.
She's tearing. Kimmy's in tears. Kimmy's in tears. I can't.
I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, scary, gross. I can't even like. It's kind of funny though. But then some of the guys in the comments were like, "That's it, guys. Start torturing the bushes." And I was like, "Oh my god, like this is not where this needs to go." I got no words. Yeah, definitely. If you suspect, it's a good prank. If you suspect. But I wouldn't suggest, I don't recommend. It's your thing. You want to do it. You're all grown adults here. At least you should be. Because I really don't think I allow minors in here. This is 18 and over chat, man. This is 18 and over chat. Go see where you got to go. But there was this other video I wanted to show while we're getting winded down here because I have, where was it? This is serious. Now we're getting back to serious stuff. Okay. We had some fun. Now we're going to listen to this. Whew. I know some of you follow Dr. Jane Ruby. I really don't. But again, I'm not sure if she's whatever she is. Sometimes, but I don't discredit the information she puts out sometimes. You understand? Bye, Kimmy. So here we go. Dr. Jane Ruby put out a tweet. It said, everyone is finally figuring out you're in a permanent kill box, a mass genocide operation being run by the United States Department of Defense. At the end, she, the woman in the video she's speaking of, tells you how to defeat it. Hint, local. Okay? So I want to share this with you guys. It's a good 15-minute video. And it's very interesting because it totally explains everything legitimately and goes through the history factually to where we weren't just BSing ourselves. Okay? Let me turn the mute.
And the basic idea is that public health has been militarized and the military has been sort of turned into a public health front or Potemkin village, such that they are using public health language and public health laws to actually carry out a military campaign. And I would not call them DoD vaccines, I would call them DoD weapons. So I call it the kill box because the first sort of lead that I had was Todd Callender's January 30th, 2022 interview on Elizabeth Leavleit's podcast called Truth for Health. And he described it as a kill box. And then I looked that up and it turns out it's a military term for establishing a geographic space or three-dimensional area for a military attack by air and by surface to kill the people who are in it and then dismantle the kind of framework and move on to the next campaign. And what the DoD and the World Health Organization intend to do and have gotten quite far in doing, but not completely reach their goals, is to set up the entire world as their geographic terrain, their target population as all the people in the world, the duration of their campaign as permanent, and the weapons that they're using are, number one, informational, that's the propaganda piece and the censorship piece. Number two, psychological, that's the fear and terrorism piece of telling people they need to be afraid all the time and they need to listen to the government. And then the third piece is the chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weapons, which are called in their campaign pharmaceuticals, vaccines, but are actually toxins and pathogens. So I started, after I heard that interview, I had already been wondering what was going on, but I started trying to track down some of the things Todd Callender talked about in his interview and figure out what the legal frameworks were and how they were set up and what the financial coercion mechanisms were. My finding, which many other people have found from various other angles, was that this project has been going on for centuries. It's basically globalist central bankers and lots of related organizations trying to get complete control of human beings through banking programs and through military programs. And they kicked it into higher gear in 1913 with the Federal Reserve Act. And then they kicked the public health aspect of it into higher gear starting in the 1930s and 40s. Before the 1960s, they mostly did it through orchestrated armed conflicts and financial depressions and wars, which are very loud and messy and destructive to infrastructure. And it makes it difficult for them to have plausible deniability and legal impunity for what they're doing. So in the mid-60s, they got much better at inducing suicide and homicide by fraudulently labeling poisons as medicines or as vaccines or as prophylactics and telling people that submitting to that poisoning process was their civic duty. And we saw that in COVID with the shorthand for do this or you're gonna kill your grandma. And the way that the pharmaceutical method is primarily useful to them is that plausible deniability is much easier and legal impunity is a lot easier. They can achieve the same goal of killing lots of people without their fingerprints being all over it. I looked into the coercion cascades, mostly financial. Not going to go into a lot of detail with that, but it starts at the top with the Bank for International Settlements. And they can use their control of other federal central banks' access to financial systems, and then all the way down through state governments, national governments, local, municipal, school districts, hospitals, everything. If you comply with what they're telling you to do, as far as masking and testing, isolating yourself, taking injections, then you will get the financial access that you need to run your business or to have a job. And if you don't comply, they can cut you off from those services. And so that is one of the main mechanisms through which the whole thing was carried out. And then on the legal side, at my website, I do trace it back farther, but I'm going to start at 1969 just for the sake of starting somewhere.
Well, thank you for not
the
going
U.S.
off on
Congress
that.
passed
I understand that.
a law to set up the Chemical and Biological Warfare Program. And in that law, which is 50 USC Chapter 32, there are very important key terms, including protective, prophylactic, and defensive, which is how they justified doing it. They were using those words because the international community of ordinary, non-insane people were concerned about biological and chemical weapons, and they were working on international treaties to prohibit them. And so they needed to build in loopholes, and the loopholes they built in were, we're not going to do biological and chemical research and weapons development except for protective or prophylactic or defensive purposes. And that's a false characterization because all biologically active products are intrinsically aggressive and toxic and lethal. And that's where we get disciplines, or that's the thing that disciplines like toxicology, pharmacokinetics, genotoxicity, drug-drug interactions are all related to that fact that everything that goes into the human body or any living body has some effects which can be toxic. So that was the way they tried to get around that. And then the Foundational Public Health Emergencies platform came out in 1983 when Congress passed the Public Health Service Act amendment, and that set up the Public Health Emergencies program under the 1944 law that had originally set up the Public Health Service, which is a branch of the military. And it also, in 1983, Congress and Reagan set up a $30 million slush fund, and that has continued. It's got a different name now than it did then, but it's still being funded as recently as the NDAA and the Consolidated Appropriations Act in December 2022. The other thing they did in the 80s was set up the 1986 National Vaccine Program and National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act. And that's the one that set up the liability exemption for manufacturers and funneled anyone who was injured by a vaccine into this different compensation program. And that's been used as a model since the COVID started for the countermeasures injury compensation program. So the international piece, the cornerstone, is the World Health Organization, which is not a health organization. It's a military organization.
You don't
because of this merger that I'm talking about. It's sort of the military arm of the one world government that they're trying to set up. And they did a set of amendments to the international health regulations in 2005 that entered into force in June 2007. But basically, the IHR, which are currently going through another round of amendments to make them worse, called on national governments to strengthen their own domestic laws and fund more programs for surveillance, testing, detention and quarantine, physical control, and forced treatment during international outbreaks of communicable diseases. And the pretext that they used, because it was bankers who were doing this, was that they needed to protect international trade from disruptions caused by disease outbreaks. But the real intent was to set up these legal systems that transfer sovereign government from the nation state to the World Health Organization and the BIS automatically when a public health emergency of international concern has been declared. And Congress and US presidents and the cabinet complied with that demand from the World Health Organization. So two of the key years were 1997 and 98. That was when the beginnings of the Emergency Use Authorization Program was set up, and when they transferred the CBRN weapons stockpile from DoD classification, I guess, to HHS or CDC classification and control.
Clear.
It was the same products, as far as I can tell, It was just a relabeling and a rehoming of them. And the EUA, that was kind of a two-step thing. At the time, the public was really upset about the use of unapproved vaccines for anthrax on military troops and the horrible adverse effects they were having. So Congress passed a law in November to kind of revoke authorization for testing or using unapproved products on military troops. But 3 days later, in a different law, made it so that the same programs could be done, but the target population would be expanded from just military troops to the entire American population. Then, around 2000 to 2002, using the momentum from 9/11 and the anthrax attacks on Congress, they set up, through the statutes, again, program management sort of structures. They did that through the 2000 Public Health Threats and Emergencies Act, through the 2001 Authorization for Use of Military Force. And people talked about this at the time. It was construed as putting the country into a permanent state of war, the global war on terror, with every other country in the world. So there was no geographic limitation, there was no time limitation, there was no identified enemy other than terror. And through that, I think other people figured this out at the time, and then it sort of got suppressed. But it made everyone in the world into a presumptive combatant or enemy target. So it was essentially a de facto covert global martial law act by the US government. And then in those early 2000s, we also got the Patriot Act, the Public Health Security and Bioterrorism Preparedness and Response Act, and the Homeland Security Act. And those were just more of the merging of the DHS, the DOJ, the HHS, the Department of Defense, all of the cabinet agencies. So since then, 2003 to 2009, there have been lots and lots of executive orders on these things, lots more statutes and appropriations, lots of agency regulations, guidance reports that were circulated to state, local, and tribal authorities and law enforcement so that they would know that under a public health emergency, they are subordinated to the federal military. FDA issued a lot of guidance for industry documents and sent those out to the pharmaceuticals and to the academic organizations and NGOs to let them know about how FDA was going to handle experimental products like vaccines, gene therapies, biologics. And they did more test runs like 2003 SARS, 2006 MERS, and 2009 H1N1. That brings us up to the Other Transactions Authority. And this was revealed through Pfizer's April 2022 motion to dismiss whistleblower Brooke Jackson's False Claims Act case. They said this was not a vaccine, it was a DoD prototype, and we were never obligated to do valid clinical trials. We were never obligated to prove safety or efficacy to anyone. We never had to get FDA authorization through any of the normal guidance for industry channels because it was a prototype. On October 4th, 2022, the US government endorsed that view and filed a statement of interest and support for the motion to dismiss, basically saying that clinical trials were never material or necessary for DoD to pay the contractors for producing and distributing the bioweapons known as COVID-19 vaccines. And so all of this became visible from 2020 to the present when the World Health Organization Secretary General issued the Public Health Emergency of International Concern at the end of January 2020. And the HHS Secretary immediately triggered the domestic frameworks through the determination that a public health emergency exists, followed by PrEP Act declarations for medical countermeasures, which are the weapons. And then Congress and the presidents, Trump and Biden, passed several additional congressional acts funding and reinforcing the structure of the kill box, and issued more executive orders under the Defense Production Act, under the Stafford Act, under the National Emergencies Act to sort of build out the program. Basically, what it built is a huge public and private funding stream for military-led bioweapons research and use, eliminated informed consent by reclassifying people who could potentially be carrying a disease as presumptive national security threats, so that you can do anything you want to them because you're on a war footing. And to shield the products and weapons from product liability, to shield all the people involved from criminal liability and civil liability, and to shield the government funders, developers, and regulators from criminal prosecution under the other laws which are in place but are sort of superseded by this framework for use of bioweapons, use of chemical weapons, terrorism, things like that. I see it as a joint project between the U.S. Department of Defense, a coordinating committee of that, the
You've seen that, right? It's
criminal prosecution under the other
central
laws,
banks.
which
I don't know why it's
things like that.
there, but
I see it as a joint project between the U.S. Department of Defense, a coordinating committee of that, the
and then right here it said the WHO, right? The International, the Bureau of Investigative Settlements, and it says under current legal framework supported by continuation of a medical emergency declarations, all liability for private interest and government's harms is shielded from investigation or prosecution, meaning they're not culpable.
criminal prosecution under the other laws which are in place but are sort of superseded by this framework for use of bioweapons, use of chemical weapons, terrorism, things like that. I see it as a joint project between the U.S. Department of Defense, a coordinating committee of that, the Federal Reserve, and the World Health Organization and the Bank for International Settlements, and the United Nations. But the World Health Organization is like a subsidiary of the UN. And there are things that the globalists do not like. They don't like constitutions and charters. They don't like the conflicting statutory frameworks around bioterrorism, war crimes, genocide, torture. They don't like any of that stuff. They don't like when states and provinces and counties and like towns pass their own laws protecting informed consent, protecting people from for consumer safety. They actually put out a report in October 2022, state laws limiting public health protections hazardous for our health. And there's a whole bunch of things in there that states have started doing that the globalists do not like. So doing more of those things, more bringing control back to the state, more using Article 10 of the Constitution to reclaim state authority. Those are all extremely useful. And I do think it's going to break. I think there's going to be a tipping point and the criminal prosecutions are going to start. And we have all the evidence. And every time they try to answer what we're talking about by saying national security, they reinforce that this is the right way to go. This is what they're doing. They're doing war crimes.
Boom! And there you have it. They're doing war crimes. She just explained the whole upper echelon organization of the warfare that we just went through. And we're still actually going through. All I got to say is everybody got to get out there and watch that woman and share that because that's legit. Ain't no faking about that. And then, as funny as it is, God provides me with some information I don't ever question. I just absorb and review. And then, I contemplate and then I pray on it, But I got something else. This one I don't really truly endorse, subscribe to. Could be a whistleblower, could be a false whistleblower, because we have those. What's the next test run? I don't know. We've had like 3. They said SARS, MERS, H1N1, and COVID. Now, that woman, she's got a Substack, Candy. Let me go back. I'll show you her Substack name. What's this woman's name? Hold on. Let me go to the comments. Wait, let me make this a little smaller so I can read it. Let me see where we at. She is well informed, she's not a BSer. You could tell that already. What was her name again? Catherine Watt. She's a Pennsylvanian paralegal and law researcher. Catherine Watt, W-A-T-T. So let's try searching her. Catherine What? Oh boy. Suddenly and unexpected. Now I have a different looking Catherine Watt. Don't take avian influenza test or any other avian influenza measure. What is this? Part 6. Let's look at this. I just found it. I don't know. Substack. Let me see. That's not her, though. That's a different person. Let me open this window. See what we got here. The Illusion of Regulation of Medical Products, Part 6. This is by Dr. Mike Yeadon. I'm going to just show you this page because this is obviously she's got Mike Yeadon sharing her info. Right here, I just looked it up and searched it. We got this. I don't know who this woman. Maybe it's maybe it's the same woman. She just looks different. I don't know. He's endorsing Catherine. What? Okay. He's saying don't even get tested. Oh, this got to be Marion Grover. Who's this Catherine Watt? Let me see. Oh, that is Catherine Watt. Wow, she looks different. No. Okay, that's scary. I'm going to share this to, she's a Gen X Catholic writer, paralegal, wife, and mother. That's her Substack account, Bailiwick News, which I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm going to send this to the Telegram group. Anyone who is interested, check it out. Click, share, do what you got to do, because I love well-researched and well-informed people, as we all know. Right? I mean, seriously. So that's her for real. And there it is for you. You could find it in the Telegram group. Great information. She explains it truly from a legal standpoint of how they set up these laws, and then it balloon affected into what we dealt with COVID, Yes, you're welcome. Catherine with a K. I shared it to Telegram, so everybody will get it. Hoopa's in the house. Good morning, Hoopa. Hoopa, leave the hot dogs in the fridge. Hoopa, I know you don't even eat hot dogs, so you can. That was crazy. That was a crazy video. So that was one video I seen emphasizing the kill box, right? There's another one. This one comes from the other side, but again, you can't just exactly. She had all facts. You can't just discount sometimes the source because they might still come out with good things or true facts. So now there's another one. Her name is, what was her name? Sabrina Wallace. This crazy woman, and I will say crazy because I can relate with some of her stuff, but I'm not exactly sure about her because as I was doing a little bit of a scratch of a dig, and I will say it like that, I didn't go too both feet, hands, rip it apart. Let me see what I can find out. But I just did a little scratch on the surface. And in that, I found that, oh, you have? Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right. This other woman I'm about to show you a video of, she's endorsed by Torsaz, and she's boasted, like Phil Godlewski, she got connections, and she got approvals. I don't like that. I'm telling you right now. So I watch with open mind and discernment, and I want to just share it with you because I still see maybe, let me close that one. Maybe she's onto something too, like I said, bad source, good info. So we're going to listen to this one. And because of the correlation between that term that keeps coming out, kill box. So this is how We got to look at this. You got it now? Okay, here she is. Let's see. This one's much shorter, so we'll get through this one quicker.
Person out there understand that when you ignore things that are legally entered into Pentagon directives, college textbooks, and other legal documents that are required by universities for PhDs, that's going to catch up to you. And when you decide that you're too stupid, you can't understand, well, that's how we end up with an intelligent cluster-based routing protocol and going through the human body. And people are out there right now telling you none of this is real. There's no computer networking through the human body. If there was, someone would have told us. Now, watch this. This is the Synergy Tech Metric PDF. Now, these papers are not just from the MDPI. They're not only from Cambridge. They're not only from your Elsevier journal. They're not only from Wiley. They're from everywhere. And when I type in emergent technology on Wikipedia, I'm told that the blockchain Bitcoin is not here yet. So that means that Bitcoin, 3D printing, nanotechnology is not in use. So for any of you right now that have a Bitcoin wallet, you're having a mass hallucination. I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic. This says energy harvesting. Yeah. What kind of energy are they harvesting? Human, kinetic, intragalvanic, piezoelectric energy. Now you're going to tell me, oh, there's just no way. We don't have wireless sensor networks. And I said and showed we've had biosensors since the 1950s. So what we have had to endure for 5 years are psychological operations. And then everyone goes, well, that's their job and they have to do it. They're killing people. It's called a kill box. They are killing people. And whoever you are, you're letting them. You're not reading. You're not holding yourself accountable to the fact that when you eat your lunch, it doesn't come out your posterior in the same physical fashion because you have an electrical biochemical digestive tract with an electrical biochemical heart, an electrical biochemical bloodstream, neurotransmitters. No, there's no such thing. I've heard.
That's the end. It ended abruptly. I don't know why, but that's the end. And boy, did she drop some bombs. No? And there's our girl Tania saying, you know, this girl ain't talking all complete BS, which is what I said. That part is where I was like, yeah, I'm stepping back. Because, you know, I'm so tired of people BSing us with this whole Barnstein book, the whole Mandela effect of it all. Listen, we know what's real, right? This is the Matrix, 100%. We're living in it, but we know that it's real. That's why I said it's Conspiracy Tuesday, man. The news is the conspiracy of it all. All the conspiracies are in the news. Talking about Big Mike being a man. Talking about a lot of things. Joe Biden being dead. Talking about a lot of things. It's crazy. It's really insane. So yeah, that's why I said I don't endorse, but the hope of what she said about the kill box. Everything else, insane. You know? Yes, the bad people are using Bitcoin to move and launder and move their money. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the truth. That's why, again, with so many bigger schemes of things, the pawns are expendables. The expendables are countless. The pawns, the expendables, they're countless to them. All of us, billions, millions, trillions, people, not trillions, but definitely millions and billions, we're expendable to them. We really are. So you got to realize that they manipulate us just like they do at the lower levels of the Masons and all the Rotary clubs and, those little clubs that, think they're doing good because they do legit show that they are, but it's only a farce. That's what's sad about it because they manipulate us. Yes. Oh no. You just watched it, hedge a little bit. You know, I listen. I advise everybody not even to look at their indexes. The stock market, what it's doing, yeah. The government created the cartel, but it really wasn't the government that created the cartel. It was the Luciferians that created a government within our government and all the world's governments. It's Tin Hat Tuesday, Evie. We go full on, balls to the wall. The nervous system is a delivery system. But would you say it's a computer? I mean, the brain. Would you say that's a computer? I'm just asking, you know? Yeah, I don't have any. I don't even pretend to. I have to read, like she said. People aren't reading. Well, I do. I have to read, you know. And that's basically like if you look up Emergent Technologies, it's a company, emergenttechnologiesinc.com from 2020. If you need expert IT solutions for your business or organization, then go to Emergent Technologies, blah, 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 blah. You know how they do. But it's basically that whole thing. Like you said, the blockchain. Technical innovations would represent progressive developments within a field of competitive advantage. Okay. So what are you telling me? You're creating algorithms or some shit? Like, I don't know. I don't get into any of that. I don't pretend to get into it. I don't want to know, honestly. Because I don't feel good about it, like wholesome, you know? And that's what keeps me away. Go up and read the comment before. Okay, kid, I'm reading. Wait. Oh, here it is. Our whole body is a computer. Oh, that's what we were saying. See, we agree. The brain tells everything how to work. And the nervous system is the brain's delivery system. Gotcha, girl. Yes. So, yeah, that's why I think that energy that they were talking about energy, they were harvesting energy. I do agree with that too. Because remember I told you I was talked about on one of my podcasts, the Reveal Report. They said about loosh. Now loosh is like the negative energy, not the positive, happy, feeling good energy, the light like from Jesus. No, the negative energy, the doubt, the shame, the guilt, the things that we carry, that the depression is called loosh. And they harvest that. So the more they keep us miserable by changing the music vibrations and all of that, they lower us, they dampen us down. They put us in a place where we're creating more loosh, and they're feasting on that. That's what I think, anyway. Oh, it's my own little opinion on that. But yeah, I'm sorry, Karen went for life information overload. I can go back to headlines. I can go back to headlines. Yeah, really. Any business that's totally digital that won't take cash, why would you even know? Because they're trying to kill the dollar, people. Let's realize that the dollar's pretty much dead. It's like on life support. I mean, look at the stock market. Don't look at the stock. I'm telling you not to, but I'm telling you to look at it. But don't look. But do what you want. Thank you. Yeah, because we don't want to go there. We want to boycott those businesses. So it's Monsters Inc. all over again. Boom. They told us everything in a movie, a cartoon, fucking sitcom, whatever. They tell you everything because they have to. You know? Uh-oh. I see what's doing to my parent. Oh, I know. That's so sad. Pray for Joe. Pray for Joe. Tanya's mother's got a head on her shoulders. Joe is just kind of absorbed in it. And we feel bad for Joe. You know, so we pray for Joe. Exactly. Don't do businesses. Boycott those companies, those stores, those mom and pops that even they want to do everything on the digital, Apple Pay only. They got the little stupid white scanner thing. Yeah, no. Say, oh, lost. I did that. We went to a fair the other day, and the Middlesex County Fair, you know, and we was like, the vendor had that little thing, you know, and I was like, oh, you don't take cash? Nah. I said, oh, lost sale then. Sorry. Kelly Seafood takes no cash. Where's Kelly Seafood at? Ignore them. Boycott them. Tell everybody. What is this right here? Kimmy said something about, what is this? The mitochondria is the powerhouse. And that's part of where you get your chakra in line, correct? Right? Facts, Kimmy. Look, Tanya's saying it. Ooh. Your mom is getting worse. No. Okay, now we got to pray for Tanya's mom. Yeah. No, seriously, talk about prayers. I want to take a moment just for a second. The world has lost two good men. I found out in a matter of hours. Both of them dads and one a grandpa, but both of them good men, good dads, providers. One had a sick daughter. The other was had custody of a grandchild and was doing right, trying to raise his grandchild best he could because, whatever happened in their family. So he was taking over the child upbringing, right? So he had a grandchild and stuff and a whole household depending on him. And the same thing with the other one, very sick daughter, had two daughters, one of them very ill, did their best to provide, hands down. And these families have both lost their dads. So I'd like to pray for those children today with you guys. One little girl, actually 3 little girls, Ariella, Oriel, and Willow. Let's pray for these children because we don't know what's going to be in their path. But just know that their main father figure, true father, and father figure and supporter has left. And now their family has to figure out a new way. So I just wanted to take a moment and say a little prayer for them, that God be with them and their families. Yeah. Yeah, the chakras. They're the energy centers of the body, and glands are mostly. I'm not uneducated in the middle. Let me stop. So you froze? Oh no, go out and come back in. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. You're looking for, wait, what's Kim looking for? I'm looking for them 9 and we'll shine a light. I don't know who's she looking for. Oh, on the people that we're not doing business with. Absolutely. Yeah, so you know what? None of us are getting out of here alive. That's all I have to say. None of us are getting out of here alive. Let's see what the verse of the day is. Verse of the day. Oh, I had a good one. I'm going to read this one first because this is Psalms, and Psalms is really good. I've never read it so many chapters. Never read it in its entirety, only little snippets. So as far as the east is from the west, so far hath he removed our transgressions from us. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Let God take all of our transgressions as far as the east is from the west. Please, Lord. We pray this in your son's name, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Hallelujah. But here I wanted to read this one, and it's also Psalms, as strange as that is. But this one is from Psalms 91. And I believe it's verse 11. No, maybe not. Wait. Let me see. I want to make sure because I thought I seen it and maybe I saved it. Let me check. Nope. Dang it. Let me see. Which one was it? I thought it was 91:11. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So we all have angels watching over us, Let's keep that in mind. Don't do bad. Let's do good today. Skeet, tap the picture. Skeet, tap. Just tap on me. Tap. Clapper days. You remember when we used to tap the screen for likes? I can't. Tanya's in the house, everybody. Let's bring up our girl Tanya because she got some stuff to say. And don't forget, if you need anything or all your ailments, she's got a shop that has it all the good stuff. It's in my little descriptions. So hit up Tanya's page. Here we go, Tanya. Good morning, love.
Hi. I can barely hear you now on my phone for some reason.
I turned down my thing. I don't know. I'll turn up my gain. How's that better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay.
I'm on my phone. I decided I was going to do a couple things. I was just going to pop in real quick, and I wanted to see how it worked on my phone.
Good
Very
deal.
informal. I got a lot of sun yesterday. Like, we
I
roasted
see. You look
ourselves.
great. I got a little bit but on Sunday, but not much. Like
This
compared to you.
was
My face is still white.
no, you should see Eric looks like a lobster, poor guy. I mean, well, he wanted to burn the China out of him, and and I had to burn the COVID on me. I had to get the COVID out. He had to get the China out. That's what he's like. He's got zits popping out and stuff. He's
Oh,
like,
he's getting all the gluten out too then. Oy.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just took it like, we're like, this is it, man. No, I want to say about the chakras and the glands and the energy, their energy centers. There's more than just the chakras that go straight down the body. There's chakras everywhere. And I think that they mostly correlate with your glands and your lymph nodes. Which is why it's very interesting that the thing that is popping up mostly in our world around us are endocrine disruptors. Like, disrupts the flow of the energy within our bodies so that the lymph doesn't flow properly, which is the way that we
The lymph
detox.
nodes, the plumbing system.
Right?
That
Exactly.
women have been messing up their bodies with, slapping Botox into every orifice or face and place of wherever they can.
Face creams, deodorants, soaps, detergents, cleaning
No.
fluids,
Yeah.
plastic,
I
all
just
of
seen a
it.
video. It had the imaging of it where they put the dye and they showed how the Botox created the blockage in the lymph nodes. And one woman took like, a couple of minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. The other woman took like 4 to 5 days to clear up.
It's botulinum toxin. It's botulism. They're literally taking a toxin that paralyzes your muscles and injecting it right into your body. I still don't understand how. Thank you, Cindy. I still don't understand how people think that this is a good idea. And again, this is why I'm like, I can't. There's a lot of lack of common sense out there, and I get that. Obviously, a lot of us have been. I don't want to say victimized because I don't want to use that word, but we unknowingly participated in a lot of this stuff with the face creams and all the stuff.
Absolutely.
Deodorant. Make sure your deodorant doesn't have any aluminum in it. You're putting that right into your main lymph nodes, into your armpits, and it sucks right up into your body.
This is why I'm telling everybody, you're still using aluminum in your deodorant and fluoride in your toothpaste.
Right? And the fluoride. And I'm here to tell you.
It's only a little bit. Again, with this little bit, I want to take the face and smash it into the wall. I only hit your face into the wall a little bit. Did it hurt?
Right?
It didn't hurt.
The fluoride. And
a little bit.
I'm living proof that you don't need fluoride. I have never had a cavity, and I grew up with well water. I didn't have fluoride when my teeth were developing or anything, and I've never had a cavity. You can't say. And I always go to the dentist and tell them this, and they look at me like, what? And they're always so amazed at how nice my teeth are, which I still don't really know why. Probably because of my diet. But when I was younger, I was ripe for having cavities because I had celiac disease and wasn't processing all my nutrients. So I'm not really sure. I think it's because I drink a lot of water. So when I eat anything, I would always like obsessively swish it between my teeth and rinse my mouth out. But I think it also has just more to do with the nutrients you're getting. And my mother always gave me vitamins. This is why I'm the way I am about vitamins, because she kind of instinctively knew that I wasn't getting. She read Prevention magazine back in the day. She was into the Robert Rodale thing, and she's really the OG, which is why I'm like this. I feel badly that she listens to me. She's on the Shilajit and she's on the Saracor. So thank goodness for that. But she's not as receptive as she may be.
Your father is just drowning her in it 24/7, and it's just brainwashing her literally by hearing it through,
they really think they really think Donald Trump is not only crazy, but literally Hitler. And I'm like, you guys I can't, and they think and everything's fine with Kamala. I couldn't believe, again, it was bizarro world. I'm not going there. I went there Sunday. I'm not going to go Wednesday. I need to make up some.
She's like, I need a mental break from my own parents.
I do. And I don't like that that's something I have to do, but I really need to protect my energy.
I hear you. And it's sad. Well, even with the lady, the video I showed today, and I know it's a little long, 15-minute plus, but She explains it undeniably.
Oh yeah, that's my jam, that stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff you put is my jam anyway.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm into that stuff too, you know. Because
Yeah.
I like the connecting of the dots. I mean, and that is she
Yes.
really did a great job of that. I mean, she really,
Mhm.
and it's
Mhm.
all facts. It's all
Yes.
facts. It's all these are the
Yes.
laws. You can look it
Well,
up. I remember when a
that's what
lot of
I
them
like
got
because
passed.
see, I was a paralegal too. So when we got into searching like Lexington and stuff, I got into that. I learned those skills. You know what I'm saying? So when I research things, that's why I said I only scratched the surface on this one. I'm not really definitely, but I do like what she said about the kill box. That was it. It was the only part because I correlated it to the other video with that woman. And it was like amazing to me how they both are on my feed and I'd come across like, you know, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely
She reminds me of Whitney
what?
Webb. She's got
I
that
never
same.
heard of this Whitney Webb. You said it just before.
You need to check out Whitney Webb. She's done the whole big, she wrote a tome, this giant book about the whole Epstein thing and everything that's connected to it with the governments and all
Oh,
that
she's got
stuff.
books on Amazon too. She's a professional writer and researcher since
You need to
2016.
check out Whitney Webb. She's like literally everything. She'll tell you
Oh, she's on
everything.
YouTube too. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Oh, she's plugging the 2025 thing, but not that planned 2025, but that something big is going to happen in 2025.
Yes.
I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah, listening to these people, obviously, it's, you know, and this is the thing about this information, this like kind of what I want to just tell everybody that gets this stuff from us. It's a lot of information. It is, and it's overwhelming, but you do kind of need to know so that you are prepared when it happens, so that it doesn't take you by surprise. And I think if you're mentally prepared and you're spiritually prepared, this is why I say when I get overwhelmed by this stuff, I mean, I was saying this like before I met all you guys, like you got to get right with God. That's the only way I feel that is like the answer to this. This is why I've moved further towards that way because what are you going to do? Right? You're going to sit there in a corner and rock back and forth like until the world ends? Like, come on.
I
No,
know. I know.
no.
And then you
No.
have if they either do that, they stick their head in the sand in a figurative sense, where they just go about their life and until it affects them at their doorstep.
There's
But
so
then
many people like that,
so
and that,
many
and
people
because
like that. It doesn't matter how many relatives are dying from cancer; they still allow them to eat processed food and sugars,
right,
without like doing the tough love and no, you know,
right, and
screaming
that's
like
the
a
thing,
siren. They don't do any of that. They don't care. They don't care.
right.
I live
And
my
there's
life. I
so
live my
many
life.
things. This is again why I do what I do is because there are so many things that you can do. And if you
Yes.
are aware of it and you process it properly and you understand, okay, there's problems here, 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 and here. You need to understand the threats so that you can avoid them. And you can. It's not
Yeah.
impossible.
Exactly.
It's a lot of work, but you know what? It's worth it. That's why we're here. We're here to overcome this stuff. You know, and that's our soul's like contract. That's why we're here now. It's to overcome it. You're really only, I mean, and I get this. You're really only responsible for your own soul.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
by
That's what
example,
Amelia
again,
tells me. Stop trying to save the world. Just worry about yourself. That's your
right.
problem.
But
But
we
my
still,
thing is, if I'm only here to be a watcher and see this, I got to call the shit out and I got to plant the seed in people to wake the fuck up. Because listen to me right now. You can walk through your life an ignorant, blind fuck. And I'm telling you exactly how I feel. Go right ahead and do it. But I want you to know that when you come across with me, I told you the truth and you still chose, just like Jesus. Those Jews, they knew, but they still chose.
well, and
It's
this is the
same
point.
thing.
This is the point. This is why this is how I like.
That was my free rant.
I made peace with Christianity because of the example of Jesus. The what would Jesus do? That's the whole purpose right here. This is how he's saving our souls. Yes, I understand the evangelicals say that all you have to do is declare that he is your savior. Well, yeah, that's what that means. That means that, okay, this guy is the guy. We got to follow what he did, his example. And that's what we're doing when you're doing this stuff. When you understand where the evil comes from and what you can do to save your own soul. And then you become an example like Jesus. The same thing. That's the point, right? Yeah.
I prayed to God, make me more like his son. I prayed. And guess what? I guess I am.
Yes. Yes,
I am. Because
absolutely.
people still throw the stones at me. I had a conversation with someone this weekend. Instead of supporting what they had to say in a disagreement, factually based, it went to, I'm crazy, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. So just like a liberal, they threw assaults, they threw attacks. They didn't come back with facts.
Right. Well, and that's why I also, again, here's the discernment in that I don't just say anything to anybody. And, I do throw out, I mean, again, our voices got to a little bit of a pitch at my parents' house about this stuff, but I didn't say anything about them for believing these things. I basically said, look, this woman has a horrible record. And I'm talking from the left. And I've always been speaking from the left to them. And they hate that more than anything. And not to my parents, but like people on the left. They don't like it when you out left them, and they hate us. They hate the people who out left them more than the right. They really do, because we call out their hypocrisy. This is why I love Glenn Greenwald. God bless Glenn Greenwald.
Yeah,
He's so snarky.
I've always been a fan, supportive of
Some of
him.
his latest rants have been so sarcastic. In the last one, he pointed out how pathetic these blue no matter who people are, because they're already capitulating. They have no leverage, and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Well, we don't want you to do this, but if you do, we'll vote for you anyway. And like, are you freaking kidding me? Grow a spine.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
And then, and what they said to me, my parents, about, I'm like, look, I don't, and I told them, I'm not voting for anybody. I'm not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, then you're throwing your vote away. I'm like, your vote kind of doesn't even matter in Connecticut.
But it's like
in Connecticut. And I said, and I
22 where I always have to fall on my sword, say, but I'll never not vote, because it's the only voice I have with the government.
I understand that. And I was kind of telling them not to vote more than anything.
I know. Slap. Where's Kim? Kim would be all up putting you in the backstage room. Get her out of here. We don't want to listen to that junk.
Yeah. But see, okay. I had this argument with my dad. It was a bad enough argument that when I worked with him, I stormed out and left my office. I was like, that's it, I'm out of here. It was the Bernie Sanders argument. Because he's like,
Lord.
No one's going to vote for him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, are you like, my dad gaslights. He's gaslit me my whole life anyway about all kinds of things. That's just who he is. But, that, I mean, and the whole 9/11 was an inside job. Like, he's always, when he said point blank to me, Oswald acted alone, I was like, you're just hopeless, man. You're just hopeless.
Yeah,
and I don't,
you can't, sometimes you just can't. You just got to let people,
and that's it. And I have to, it was like my parents wouldn't just shut up about Donald Trump. I'm like, will you just stop? Just stop. I don't want to hear this. Like, I really don't want to hear this, because it's almost as if, I mean, I wonder if I don't think they watch this. I really don't. But it was almost as if my father was taunting me about stuff,
From here.
But I don't think it is. I think it's just because they're so steeped in this.
Listen to me. It's Tin Hat Tuesday, Tanya. Let's just nurture this a little bit here. Let's just come on. Let me do my hat. You just made it tingle. It's so liberal of your father to be spying on you in our coffee talk.
Right?
To throw it in your face.
But I don't think he understands the technology enough to go and try and find me, even if it's right there in his face.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh wow, they're just a whole new level of deviance.
Yeah, he can't.
How many trolls have we had that we've combated through TikTok, a clapper? You know what I'm saying? And even the couple in here, that came through, the Trump hating dude that has like 100 accounts, who I truly believe is a bot now.
Yeah, that's a bot farm. And that's why I said from the beginning. And as soon as you started pointing that out and we start saying that, that's when they go, what? You're not.
All I did was just block permanently. Bye.
Yeah.
And then I did the one account and none of the other accounts came back.
Right.
So listen, it's all good. We don't need headaches in our lives. We have enough headaches in our lives.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
No, I know. And it's good. I get it all out here.
I tell you, man, I would love to have coffee with him. But then my heart rate might go and I'd be like, Tanya, get me out of here.
Yeah. Oh no, no. And that's the thing. My dad isn't somebody that you can actually talk to.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's a thing.
Those
He's
people
been
get
that
my
way my
heart
whole
rate
life.
going. They
He
get my
doesn't
heart rate.
talk.
I'm like, oh my God, they're not getting it. They're just not getting it though. They're just not getting it.
He will just shut you down, and that's
I
it.
know.
Like anything about anything. I mean, the man could barely walk, and we want to install a railing someplace, and he was like having a hissy fit about it. Like, common sense shit. It's just gone. It's gone. So there's no point. This is why my mom is getting like about stuff.
Insane. Yeah, she's poor your mom. Poor your mom.
I
That's
know.
all I gotta say to moms. Oy. But
I
yeah, so
know.
we got some people we got to keep our eyes and ears out for. And then also Miss Kim, let's wait, 'cause she's down there in Georgia doing the thing. They're gonna overturn those electoral college. Whoop, 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 whoop. Georgia. Everybody keep praying for Georgia.
I know, that's insane. I've been watching that. Like, it's happening.
Between Georgia and the Brunson case. Whew, Lord.
The video of all of them taking all the ballots out and stuffing them. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
the video of them blocking the windows.
Yeah. And that's
the most criminal
it's
ever.
the same shit they pulled in
It's their
2016 with the primaries. We watched it happen, and that's why I was so angry, because my father wasn't listening. Now, and this is the thing. It's not. This is why we get upset, because these are people who you would have expected to like listen to you and trust you. They've said that they did. My father trusted me to run the business. If he's trusting me to run the business in his life, why can't he listen to me? Like, I don't understand. Am I just saying this to be an asshole? No, I'm not an asshole. I don't think I am. It's
crazy.
My friend at work the other day says to me, she walks over, and I don't know what it was in reference to, but it was the funniest thing. She's like, are people crazy, or am I just an asshole?
That's how you feel, right? That's when you know the gaslighting is working.
Yes.
That's when you know the gaslighting is working. That's when you got to step away and say, fuck.
Yes.
Let me just pray to God. Let me have a conversation in my head right now. However, my next emotions and feelings come. And then when I face this again, that motivation behind it, you'll know. That's how I discern everything.
Right.
Like I said with this lady, I didn't have a good feeling about the second one. The first one, yes. Total, legit, factual, no conspiratorial, no, none of that in the first video, right? The second video, she went a little nuts. That's why I said crazy. Because she's saying it's all delusion, the Bitcoin wallet.
If somebody's telling you something's in a delusion, then yeah, that's a problem. I mean, I have mixed feelings about blockchain. That's why I just kind of dabbled in it a little, just to see what was going to happen with my stuff. Last week, I had made 3 times my investment. It was wonderful. I was like, oh, look at this. But see, here's the other thing about the stock market crash, okay? If you zoom way out and you look at like even just the past 3 years, 4 years, whatever, it's still way up there. Everything is still way up there. It's just a little tiny dip down. This is kind of like a predecessor to the crash. I believe when they do this and then they make a big stink about it, it's more of a psyop thing to test the public and see how everybody reacts, see what the market does in response to it. This is all, it's all psyops. The big crash is still coming. This is not it. So this is why
no, exactly.
My husband and I pulled our money out. Well, his money, his retirement. We pulled it out and we put it with this other firm that is ready for this stuff. So that the second the stuff starts to happen, they pull it out, they put it in a savings account and wait, and then they go and then they buy. And so but they also are very diversified. They have not just precious metals, but they also invest in other countries' currencies, because not every single country is going to crash. There's going to be winners and losers. It's always that way. So they're invested in like South American countries' currencies, because that stuff's all up and coming. Anything that's hit rock bottom in the last few years is on its way back up, because that's just how it works.
Yeah, like the housing market.
Yeah,
exactly.
I saw a thing last night on the news at my in-laws' house that they were saying they're building smaller homes now because the price point is too high for the houses, the larger houses, for people entering the market, which honestly, I think that's a good thing. I think houses need to be smaller. Big houses are a waste of space unless you need it, obviously. But I think it's also another one of those steps in the direction of you're going to be happy with less, and I've seen that argument about the tiny house movement. But I believe the tiny house movement's a neat one. I agree with it. I think it's cool.
Oh,
outside. What was that?
I don't know. You dipped and then you came right back. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you too. But
Weird.
anyway, and I am going actually next week. Eric and I are going to go to New Hampshire and stay in a tiny house for a vacation.
Oh, checking it out.
Yeah,
All
I got.
right,
I've
cool.
never been in one. I've been obsessed with them for 15 years, and I've never even been inside of one.
We use those storage containers on the job, so I've been in one plenty. I've even slept.
Oh,
in
the
one.
storage containers are interesting. I've seen all kinds of things being made out of them. I've seen them being used as bunkers too. Like, dig a hole, throw a storage container in, put in.
And now we're building smaller homes. Oy.
Yes. But I still think that that's probably a better idea. I mean, I don't really believe people should be indoors as much as we are. And I think having larger homes kind of encourages that,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to have a gigantic house with extra space. And the only reason I say this, well, not the only reason, but I lived in a 3,200 square foot house with my ex-husband and my son, whose birthday it is today, by the way. It's Wyatt's birthday today. He's 23.
Oh, happy birthday, Wyatt.
Yeah, he's off in Ohio camping right now and going
Good for
to
him.
Cedar Point. So
All right.
that's his birthday. He's going on roller coasters.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I got to call him. Actually, what was it? 8:25. At 8:25, he was born. So it literally was just his birthday.
Oh, you should call him. I love it.
Well, I'm not going to call him now because I know he's sleeping.
Oh, he's probably working anyway.
Oh, no, he's on vacation.
Oh, good for him. I want to be on vacation. Shit.
Yeah, he took his big ass truck and borrowed his girlfriend's father's camper, and the two of them went off to Ohio, and they're going to go to roller coasters at Cedar Point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to share this with everybody because I can't be prouder. You ready for this?
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? This young man right here is my nephew.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he collected some hardware after being coached by the GOAT, his little coach buddy right here.
Wow.
He was at the competition. I was at work. But yeah. Yeah.
The GOAT, that guy, it looks like my son.
This guy looks like your son. That's hysterical.
Kind of.
But yeah, so she won in the girls division. He won in the boys division. But look at the difference in the belts, yo. That's messed up, right? Just saying.
What is it for?
NAGA is the North.
Oh, jiu-jitsu. I see.
Yeah, it's North American Grappling Association.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he does submission holds and stuff like that. Like he fights UFC, does, all stuff like that. He's good. He kicks
handsome kid.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't be prouder of him. He's just forget it. My brother was sharing some of the videos of the fights. And, there's a lot of, the way the positions are, and then they fight, and then they got to grapple and submit, and boom, one match, 2 match, 3 match, gold. Have a nice day.
It's funny. I'm noticing that's awesome. I'm noticing on here, I can't see if I hit the chat button, it doesn't show up like when you're on Rumble and you look in the chat and the.
Oh yeah, you have 2 tabs. You have the private chat and the regular chat, right?
Yeah, I see comments. Oh, it says join the chat.
Well,
I don't know how to. I don't want to.
Are you on your phone?
I got to get going anyway. I've got stuff to do today because I put it all off.
Looking?
What's that?
You're looking at the screen on your phone?
Yeah.
Above where the chat window is, do you have a blue box that says stream to audience?
No. What do I got? No, I don't have any of that. I have chat, I have comments, I have recording.
Wow.
I can read the comments and it asks me to join the chat. Let's see what happens when I hit that.
That's weird.
Connect your YouTube account to join the live chat. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll show up.
Huh.
That's weird.
That's what I said. I don't know. It's weird looking, but whatever.
Oh,
It is
now
what
I
it
think
is.
I lost everything. Hold on. Let me hit continue, see what happens. I don't
Always
know.
with
I
this
don't like
thing. Oh,
connecting. I'm
shit.
connecting my YouTube account to this.
Yeah, do it. And then you could stream your Razz Me Wellness stuff, you know?
I know. I have a page. See, like I can't see you or us or anything. I have a page on my website that I haven't connected to anything that allows me to stream from StreamYard to it, I think, or from Rumble to it. I don't remember. So people will be able to watch me on my website eventually. Okay, so here we go. Post a
Good
comment.
deal.
So no, I still can't see it while I see us. I see us, and then it's underneath. It just says you're in the
Maybe it's the
show.
format on your phone, like, you know, the way the
Yeah,
Windows landscape
probably.
or portrait, when you know what I mean? The
Right.
phone is weird. I can't use it on my phone. I have an iPhone and I cannot use the StreamYard link
I
at
don't
all.
like it. Today I just decided, I'm like, I'm
But
just
my
gonna
iPad,
informally.
I can. But on my iPad, I can. I get the fireworks when I
Right.
do it's
Right.
weird. I don't understand this tech shit.
Well, this is an Android too. That's the other thing. This is like it's different. All right,
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
go. I
above
got
my pay
stuff to
grade.
do
Tanya, you have
here.
a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks for keeping the ship afloat here.
Oh yeah, sure. We got to get our pledge on. We got to do what we got to do every day. But yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. I'm going to check out this Whitney Webb chick.
Yes.
For sure. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to read the comments real quick. Just make sure. Yes. Yep. You're welcome, Cindy. You have a wonderful day, Cindy. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're healing every day.
I know.
And I
she
will.
said her one foot was hurting more than the other, but she put pressure on it. She actually kind of put weight
Yeah,
on
she's
it.
got to do that for her.
I think it's too soon for that, Cindy, I think.
They make you get up and start doing some
I know it's a
physical
foot bone.
therapy.
Is different. They heal faster or whatever because they break easy. They're smaller bones, right? Like toes. No, you know what I mean? Like people break their toes all the time. They're still walking. But this is a whole feet.
No, the whole foot is another thing. I mean, I know I've got Achilles tendonitis in my Achilles tendons, and it's miserable. And
yeah, not fun.
I get up after sitting down. Like right now, I'm going to get up and I'll be like, I'm too young for this crap. That was since COVID, since the first time I had COVID, long COVID hit my Achilles tendons, and now they're never the same. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell it is. And I'm doing, me, I'm doing everything I can, like all the things. And it's still like that. This is why when I got COVID last week, I was like, oh crap, what's it going to do to me? It wasn't actually, I was pretty unscathed because I just took the ivermectin immediately and all the other stuff.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great thing?
It really is.
Now that we know, again, it's like it's on you now because now it's out there.
Right?
Now it's out there. It's on you.
And I smile every time I pass a Tractor Supply. I'm like, please, 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 God, let's just keep this avenue for us open.
I know. That's why I got super nervous when they pulled it from the shelves and made you go ask an associate. And I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah. No, it's just on the shelf now. And I have my Fenben. I haven't started the Fenben. I'm gonna wait a little while and then maybe do that next month.
Do it with the moon cycles. Hooper's got
yes. That's what
down.
Okay, so the last thing, the detox program that I'm putting together, it's going to be a paid thing. It's going to be like, I don't know what I'm going to charge, something low, something $30 or whatever. And then you'll be able to click on the thing and join the thing, because then what you get is like a 30-minute session with me, in addition to all of the resources, all of the education, the how-tos for literally every avenue of detoxification, like everything. That's why I said the heavy metals, the glyphosate, the parasites, like freaking everything. So that's why it's taking me so long, because I've made some videos in the last year. I haven't made new videos in a long time. I repost them on TikTok now, but I am linking them from YouTube because I did a lot of informational stuff on this already. And then I'm probably going to do some kind of it'll be almost like a class. So, and then maybe I'll be able to create some kind of a community on there too, or I'll just link it to a Telegram or something. and,
Okay.
and call it good. Yeah. So that we can all meet
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah. Well, Telegram too is great because you can do a free channel over there and you have unlimited
Right.
storage. You could share files, videos, all that. It's a beautiful
Right.
thing.
But it'll be the access to it'll all be through the one thing, just so I can keep track of everybody too, So
Yeah.
yeah. But this stuff's been brewing for over a year in my brain. So it's like a giant project.
All right. Well, get it off the back burner and move it a little forward. We're good to
Yep.
go.
That's one of the reasons I gotta go now. So you all
All
have
right.
a wonderful day. Have a sparkling day, everybody.
Yes. Take care, Tanya. Thanks for coming in.
Bye. You're welcome.
All right. So that's it. I think we had a nice chat today. There's a lot more to discuss. I'm going to go do some things for Frances because, I love her. And she wants some heavy glass painting thing put on the wall and some shelves. So I'm going to go do that for her. And I want to come back because Infiltrated by Truth did their last live. They uploaded the previous one before tonight's one. So I kind of want to review the last week. So I'm going to send that to our girl Hooper and maybe she can come in, maybe not. I don't know how her day is. I can reach out to her. But if not, it's still going to be here for everybody else to listen to. And I also wanted to see something. Hold on a second. The movie Nefarious is on Peacock, right? Peacock streaming movies, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, I think with whatever, I can log in here and possibly stream the movie Nefarious. Is anyone interested in watching the movie Nefarious with me? Yes, and thank you to watching the movie, Miss Betty. Is that what you mean, Chicky D? Has anyone seen the movie? Look at my hair's all sticking up. Has anyone seen the movie Nefarious? Yeah. What do you think, Kimmy? Sounds good, right? Right? So I'm going to log in. I'll do the test because then all I got to do is share the screen and I can make it like total big and not me in the window. But I could be there if you want me to. Or pop in. But I like to just stay in the chat and watch the movie. You haven't? Awesome. Well, I've been telling everybody I got to watch this movie. So I know people are busy. And I know that we don't always have the time. So I'm going to try and make the time. I'm trying to see if I can stream it and share it. And everybody can watch it. And then, yes, Linz. All right, good. I'm glad I got good. So I was talking with Skeet, our girl, Skeeter girl. She was saying, and I was like, because we seen it in the movie theater together. And she was saying she wanted to watch it again. And I'm like, Skeet, I could watch that movie 10 times. Because every time I watch it, I pick up on more things. So Betty's down. All right, we got a handful of people. So if I have more than 5 people, I don't care. I don't need, I'm not, me. I'm like for quality, not for numbers. So if I have 2 people show up in the chat, we can discuss. I'll be very happy. And you guys will enjoy it too. I haven't set a date yet, lady, but it's a rainy week. So it'll probably be this week. I could even possibly do it tonight if I'm not working. But I want to try and figure out a nice time slot to where it's like not interfering with anyone's dinner. So let me know what works for you and I'll try and squeeze it in. Because I think it's a good idea for us to all watch this. I want to do that. I want to do the infiltrated thing. My question was, Cindy, I know you're available all the time, even at 2 a.m. in the morning. Let me stop when you can't sleep. But so that's what I want to do. Landscapers are outside. I can't stand them. Can you hear them? They're so loud. Anyway, we're going to watch the movie Nefarious together. I'm going to stream it. I can log into my Peacocks and I'll be able to share the movie with you. So that's what we're going to do. I haven't decided a date or time, but I will post to the Kim's Coffee Talk and my channel, and I'll just send it out to some people personally so then they could spread the word and we could do that. Betty, if you want to invite Keto, I didn't see Keto. I didn't see Donna Gumata, but I understand. She needs a break sometimes. Yes, we're going to watch the Nefarious movie. Have you seen it, Betty? Oh, man. I know. let's pray Cindy gets some good rest because she's in a lot of pain. She's not sleeping. So if Betty, if you've seen it or not, it doesn't matter because we're going to rewatch it. This will be literally my third time. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to do that. I want to get this out there. Because you know how they say, when you see something, you got to say something. You got to call it out for what it is. And there's a whole lot of that going on. And I just want everybody to be aware to recognize. So you didn't see it. Great. So we're going to watch it together. All right. Very good. Very good. I will keep you posted. And let me go wake up Francis now so I can get over there and get what I got to do done. And I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Much love. God loves you. I love you. Kim loves you. And I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow. All right. So we'll do it again. You know the thing. The Pledge of Allegiance. You know, celebrate the honor and glory that God gave us in our country through the flag. Hallelujah. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, if you didn't hit it already, you can go ahead and hit the like button for me because I like you too. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Spread love because we need more of that. Spread love, but not your legs. Hey! I'm a sick nut. I can't. Anyway, bye, guys. Did I hit the no? I didn't hit the no. Okay, there.